No nonsense gin drinking. All gin, no nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, we've got the return of a recent favourite on the show because a few weeks ago I reviewed Brecon Beacons, as they say in Wales. Brecon Beacons, wasn't Brecon Beacons, it was Brecon Special Reserve Gin. Wow, the good team from Brecon, which I enjoyed very much by the way, have got another rather intriguing little trick up their sleeve, and it is thus, well, it's called this. Brecon Chocolate Orange Gin. Now this, I don't mind telling you, I am extremely excited about because I don't know if you remember a while ago now, we featured a Sipsmith's chocolate orange. It was all orange and cacao, but it was essentially chocolate orange, and I haven't seen one since, and I absolutely loved it. It was a beautiful kind of zesty orangey flavour with an incredible waft of kind of powdery sort of cocoa-y chocolate on the aftertaste, and I can't seem to find it here in the UK now, so I've been a little bit disappointed. So when I saw this, I was very genuinely extremely excited, as you can probably tell. So let's fanny around no more, let's crack on and find a little bit more about it. But before we do, as I always say at this point in the show, don't forget, if you haven't already, if you're enjoying watching me talking about all sorts of nonsense like this about gin, don't forget to check out the Bobby Freeman Show, where I talk about, it's all the nonsense minus the gin. In fact, there's probably a bit more nonsense. Where the gap for the gin was left, it's been filled with even more concentrated nonsense. So head over there now, and I'm sure you will enjoy it immensely. So here we go. As before, I shall be doing this in my most incredibly impeccable, accurate Welsh accent. Following on from our multi-award winning success of our Brecon Special Reserve Gin, Penryn are delighted to announce the launch of their chocolate orange gin. It's based on our Brecon Beacon Special Reserve Gin, then a load of stuff about some awards, and bottled at 37.5% ABV. And for those of you who don't know, it's always going to be 37.5 ABV because most of these fruity gins are, because the ABV tends to drop down the more the sugar there is, and if it goes below 37.5% ABV, it's not technically a gin anymore. So you'll find that all these fruity ones will hover around or just above the 37.5 mark. Rich velvety chocolate swirls around this gin. Powdery cocoa, silky vanilla succumb to zesty sweet orange bursts, and unmistakably full-bodied juniper. Dry cassia bark balanced with smooth fresh cream lingers in the mouth, it does. Best served with ice and chilled tonic water, garnished with cinnamon and a twist of orange. Well, to be honest, I'm not going to bother with all that rubbish today. I'm just going to whack in the glass with a bit of tonic, innit? Whew, the accents make me a little bit hot, and it is roasting hot here again in the UK. I've got the corrugated tin roof here, which is basically like a giant radiator, which is annoying because if I put the desk over on that side of the garage, I wouldn't have a problem because that's always in shade. In fact, I've got the old, there you can see that tea towel. It's wrapping a ice pack down by my, well, arse, for want of a better word. Anyway, let's get the fella open, shall we? Now, I'm hoping there's a little thing where you can get your nail under here, because everyone knows this part of the show is always a bit hit and miss. I have to kind of pad while I'm trying to break into the damn thing. It looks like a wine bottle one when you just kind of do this. I think I'm getting to the point you might be getting bored and switching to another video. So I think I might have to pad away. No, by Jove, I've done it. By the skin of my teeth, I've managed to do it. No, I'm going to have to pan away. Okay, we finally got into it. Now let's chuck that over there, and we are rewarded with a cork. So this, my friends, is the Brecon cork test.
The Brecon cork test.
So do we have a squeak? No. Hang on a minute. We do have a squeak. It built from nothing, but now it's singing harmoniously. Excellent. A lovely little Welsh squeak there. Very nice. Let's pull the top off, get a full pull. Here we go. Oh my word! That was a hearty, strong pull there. Very, very impressive. But of course, it doesn't matter. Even if it was no good, it doesn't matter, does it? We all know it's just a bit of fun. So let's get this fella in the glass. Now, as you can see, it is an extraordinarily orange gin. Always looks like a rosé wine, doesn't it? So let's have a smell of this one. Oh, wow. Straight away, very different to the Sipsmith Orange and Cacao. I thought it might be similar. That one, if I remember, was a little bit zestier and kind of powderier on the cocoa. This, you're getting a sense of creaminess. There's a massive dose of vanilla in there. In fact, there's not a great deal of orange in there. I'd say it was, what did they say, orange chocolate? chocolate orange. Interesting, because theirs was orange and cacao. They put the chocolate first, and I can see why, because I'd say it's more of a chocolatey gin before it is an orange gin. And to be honest, there's kind of not much else going on in there. It's all, oh, blimey, it's almost like a dessert. This is going to be extraordinary. I say we fanny around. Look, I've had enough of the sniffing for one video. Let's get the damn thing in the mouth, shall we? Because we know we're not here for the sniffing, are we? We're here for the tasting. So I'm not going to put too much in because, as I say, it's 37.5, so it's a little bit lower down. So here we go. As always, thank you to all my wonderful patrons and my members who are literally paying for the gin on the show. You've paid for that gin right there. Look, you paid for it. This is Brecon Chocolate Orange Gin, I say to you, one and all. Cheers. As you can probably tell from that rather sort of strange looking dance, that is a good thing. Now I'm quite chuffed because I said there was more chocolate than orange in the smell. Actually, the orange really comes to the fore now when you taste it. It kind of gives you a sharp kind of tingling zing when it kind of hits the tongue, and that's obviously of the orange. But then, as I said, with the Sipsmith one, you get orange, 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 swallow, breathe in, waft of cocoa. With this one, it's kind of all in there together. As I say, it did say vanilla in there, didn't it? There's a real vanilla-y essence to it, which gives it a very, very creamy and kind of luxurious kind of a sense to it. As expected, it's not huge on the ABV. It doesn't taste very strong. It's a very sort of soft and relaxed and sort of rather a calming gin, because sometimes if you ever felt the need to be calmed down, maybe if you drank this you would feel calmer. But don't quote me on that one. But it's generally, I think, it's amazing how you can get two gins that are so similar, chocolate orange gins, and they still be worlds apart, isn't it? And this is the beauty of gin. There's so much diversity here, and we always appreciate diversity on this show. And they talked about full-bodied juniper. Can I get that? Well, not hugely, if I'm absolutely honest. But to be honest, these kind of gins, you have to kind of let that go a little bit because it is something different. It's bordering on kind of a novelty gin, and you can't get flavours that are that big and that unique and that dominating without kind of straying a little bit from the juniper path. So then, let's try a neat, shall we? So, oh damn it, I keep forgetting to change the gin from the last video. I'll just chuck it over there. There we go. You don't get that on other YouTube channels, do you? So, get her in the no-nonsense gin drinking mug, of which you could own, which would make your life immeasurably better, as I always say. Click on that little thing below. There's a truck going by outside, 1 second, and it's gone. So here we go. Let's try it neat. Oh, wow. A little bit more stingy, as you expect. Still there with the orange citrusy, which dissipates a little bit more quickly. I tell you what, chocolate kind of fades away here. It's not really doing that chocolatey thing that it did before, and to be honest, that's a little bit disappointing. So I would say, once again, no surprise, this is definitely made to have it. It recommended it with a tonic, didn't it? Definitely made with a tonic, because you will lose that whole chocolate essence of it, which I dare say many people, that's going to be the main thing they buy it for anyway. So then, what is this going to cost me, I hear you all ask? Well, much like the previous Brecon gin, which was extraordinarily cheap, it was £18. This one's a little bit more, because I guess it's kind of a little bit more involved, a lot more stuff going on in there, because they used the original gin as a base for it and they add some more stuff in. It's still only £25, which is around $30 or €31, which is very, very cheap for gin. It's well under the £30 bracket for the mainstream gin. I wouldn't mind if that went well over that, up to the £40 bracket. This, I'm telling you, oh God, I can't even speak. This company is making extraordinarily cheap gin and very, very good cheap gin. So I am happy to pay that every single day of the week, and a couple of days of the following week as well. So guys, to sum up, as I said before, I'm quite excited about this brand, not only because it gives me an opportunity to gives me a lovely opportunity to use my Welsh accent on the videos, but also it's a genuinely bloody brilliant gin. I'll drop the accent just to sum up because it's becoming a bit frivolous, but honestly, they are excellent. I mean, look at it as well. That looks like it's going to be expensive expensive gin. You see it on the shelf, you think, oh, that's going to be a bit pricey. They're genuinely not. And you're paying a lot less than the premium gins, but you're not getting any less. In fact, you're getting a little bit more than some of the premium gins as well. So, as I said before, look out for Brecon. Brecon is a lovely area of Wales as well, if you ever want to go and visit it. The hills, they're called the Brecon Beacons, very, very beautiful, but also that can be secondary. That's the second thing you have to do. The first thing you have to do is, if you've never heard of Brecon, is honestly try their gin. If it's not available where you are, make a note of it, write it on your wall, scratch it into one of the panels of your car so you don't forget. But I'm telling you, this is going to be big, and when it comes your way, get some on your shelf and get a bit down the old gullet. So guys, I hope you found this video useful today. If indeed you did, don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to my humble little channel and press the like button on the video. And if you wanted to support my humble little channel in a humble way, head over to the Patreon page or click that join button below the video. Or there's like a super likes or super thanks, I never remember what it is. You can press that down there as well. But until next time guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and my members, and keep, of course, drinking the gin.